Well, I have always danced since I was young, you know, salsa and even swing dance a little bit. I haven't partner danced very much. 3 years ago, I started dating a man from Argentina. And when we met, he said he'd grown up listening to tango music and liked the dance, but had never learned to dance. So he said he was keen to learn, and I said, sign me up. I'd never been to Argentina, and but I loved the music. I've heard the music all over, and I was more familiar with electro tango, which is kind of a newer style that you hear in clubs, and not as familiar with the traditional music. More traditional music has a lot of layers to it, a lot of emotion. There's an undercurrent of melancholy in a lot of the songs, and that really speaks to me personally. Just, it's very passionate, and it makes you want to move. When we first started talking about taking tango lessons, I had no idea how large the tango community is in San Francisco. I mean, if you go to any milonga in the city, you'll see people from all different backgrounds, all different ages as well. There's people younger than me, there's people much, much older than me who are excellent dancers. There's people from every culture dancing tango. Andrea Fuchilieri was our first teacher, and she actually met Gonzalo's family in a shop, recognized that they were from Argentina, and invited them to come to her class. So he and I went to her class for about a year, I think, once a week. And she was wonderful. She's a beautiful dancer. She was very good at teaching all the sort of basic elements that you need to start learning about tango, about the axis and the walk and how to pivot and eventually how to partner and how to, you know, the correct embrace. She was really good at teaching both the lead and the follow, so it was great for both of us. And then eventually we started taking a class with her and Guillermo Garcia, who happens to be the guitar player for Trio Garufa. And Andrea is married to the bass player for Trio Garufa. So. The milonga is the traditional dance. It's in Argentina, there's different types of milongas, but it's the place where people go to dance. So Trio Garufa is performing at the JCC on September 5th. They're a really wonderful local tango group, and I'm connected with them through my dance teachers. One of the guitar player for Trio Garufa is my current dance teacher, Guillermo Garcia. And the bass player, Sasha Jacobson's wife, Andrea, was our first teacher. So I've wanted to bring them to the JCC for a long time. They've wanted to come here for a long time, so we collaborated to make it happen. And this season, it worked. So we're going to have a milonga. The first part of the evening will be a tango lesson. So beginners can come. You don't have to have a partner. Guillermo's going to teach the lesson, I think, with Andrea as well. So people can learn the basic step. They can learn maybe 1 or 2 simple moves. And then at 9:30, later in the evening, Trio Garufa will come out and perform live, and people can dance. And we're hoping that it'll be a nice combination of people from the tango community, more experienced dancers, as well as people who are new to tango. And this style of event really is very inclusive, I think. It hopefully will make people feel, if they're curious about tango, it's a good opportunity for them to come and learn a little bit about it and enjoy the music, even if they don't want to dance. A vision of what tango is when they think of, you know, the rows in the teeth and the arms outstretched and the, you know, very dramatic head thrown back kind of tango. And that is a style of tango that's much more performance oriented. So if you see a performance of tango, often that's the style that you see. It's very showy. But the style that we study is salon style tango, which is danced in small clubs and bars, and it came up historically it was danced sort of in underground clubs and stuff, and there wasn't a lot of room. So the embrace is different, it's closer, the steps are a little closer together. And so because of that, I think it's very personal. It's a very personal connection with your partner. You have to constantly be aware of your own personal access and what your partner is doing. Guillermo will say, think about where your access is and always be aware of where your partner's access is. And just that simple statement, I think, oh, of course, I need to do that in life too.